Hello, friends and neighbors. It's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and we're back from our trip to California where we did a little bit of a tour, saw some friends, saw some family, basically had a good time in some good weather. I do want to apologize to my friend Joe over at Mad Genius Productions because I did get this card a couple of days before I left town and I didn't get a chance to do a shout out about this. But thanks a lot, Joe. I appreciate the card. Again, I love it. It reminds me of the old theaters I used to go to when I was growing up over in the Bay Area. They had one theater called, oh gosh, it was a Stanford Theater. It was over in Palo Alto, and we used to go watch Humphrey Bogart movies there. On, I guess it was Friday nights. They'd have a double feature. So lots of old memories there. Thanks for that, Joe. And then here's one from our buddy Chris over at Diablo Workshop. Thanks a lot, Chris. The card is well worth the wait, buddy. Digging that Willys. It turned out great. Too bad you didn't get a shot of the taillights on there because I know you did a lot of work on those taillights, layering on the paint there. But again, I love that slingshot dragster too. That's pretty sweet, buddy. Thanks a lot for the card, and keep up the good work, man. You're doing some excellent job. You're doing an excellent job over there, and we're just really liking what we're seeing. All right, so before we even left town, my wife decided it was time to order up some Christmas presents. So here we go. Why am I holding this if it's supposed to be a Christmas present? Well, that's a very good question because she ordered these off the Amazon. And they came in the mail, and she told me that something was coming, that not to open the box, and I was a good boy, and I didn't open the box, and blah, blah, blah. She got home from work and ripped it open and took a look inside, and then promptly broke the seals on the boxes, took a look inside to see what was going on, just to see how nice these kits were, because she is a kit buster like me. And she knows how to appreciate a well-molded kit. So she was very excited about not only this McLaren, but also the Mercedes-AMG GT. She wanted to get both of these for me for Christmas, and she was so excited about how nice these were, she ended up actually just giving them to me. So these are part of the stash. I probably won't get around to building them before Christmas anyways, but it was a wonderful surprise, and I appreciate the hell out of that. That's just how awesome the missus is. So, Mrs. BG. So we'll set those aside there, and we'll start off with this guy right here, Toy Go Round, Albany, California, just next to Berkeley if you're not familiar with the area. So one of my finds there, they deal in older toys, stuff that people bring in from their closets whenever, and I got a pretty decent deal on this little dude here. I've always wanted a Lotus Esprit, and being a classic monogram kit makes it even sweeter, as well as this one here, Artemia. This is a Nissan R390 GT1 if you're not able to actually read the box, but the box is a little squished, which is no big deal. I went through the kit and made sure everything was nice and tidy, and decals look great. It even has the window masking still intact. So after going to Berkeley and seeing friends and family in the Bay Area, we went down to Groveland to stay a night with my aunt and uncle, and because heading into Los Angeles from there you head down Highway 99, not Highway 5, we had an opportunity to stop into Doug's Hobbies over in Bakersfield. And Doug and his partner there that run the shop, they're just a couple of old dudes. They do mostly RC stuff. They have a few models on the shelves. They had a fairly decent supply of car kits and some planes and boats and such too. But right off the bat, this one caught my eye. And I've been seeing this guy around everywhere. And I thought, one of these days I want to go ahead and grab this. But because Doug had such great prices on his stuff, we're talking $24.99 for this kit. Or less, I don't remember because they busted it open, but beautiful kit, love having that one. And then we saw this one on the shelf, so we grabbed this guy. This guy was $22.99. I remember that very distinctly. Great kit, well molded. And then while we were in Groveland, I was talking to my uncle about classic race cars, and we were talking about the Black Widow racers. So seeing this on the shelf was kind of a sign, so I picked that guy up too. And don't quote me on this, but I might build that for him. But and I can say that because I know he doesn't watch these. Let's see. Oh, we got this one here because we wanted to be part of the JDM group build that's coming up in September, hosted by is it Sniper 42? So we'll do a proper entry video on that too there when we get a chance. But I always wanted to do one of the rotary engines by Mazda. And then, speaking of group builds, got this dude for the big rig group build that's supposed to be starting up again in 2019. Hearing a lot of rumors that that's a for sure thing. So I want to be prepared. When the ball drops in New York, we'll get started on that guy there. Let's see. So then, this was the last one we got there. This is the coup de grace, the cut to grass. Check out the prices, folks. It was the only one he had on the shelf. And knowing the history of this kit here, whether or not that's actually a true thing that Revell posted to either boost sales on this or to just drive us all crazy with Styrene Fever, I was able to get this for an awesome price. I was not going to buy that on eBay for the many, many, many times that people are charging for that kit. So, after visiting Doug's, we got a chance to go down to Tony's Hobbies in Baldwin Park, California. Now, Baldwin Park is like mashed in between a bunch of other major cities down there, so you can't swing a dead cat without hitting another city in Los Angeles area. But right off the bat, we saw this guy here on the shelf, and they only wanted $20 for the Stone Woods and Cook 41 Willies. I love the 41 Willies, love that boat nose. And again, was another car that my uncle and I were talking about while we were visiting. So it was funny to see that on the shelf and have that pop up. And then Tony's was pretty good for having Revell Germany kits. And I've always liked the Volkswagen Type 3, or as we call it here in the States, the Vanagon. But having the camper package in this one is really fun for me because my parents had a 77 Volkswagen Type 2 with the camper package in it. And my dad was always teasing about getting one of the Vanagons too. But another one of my favorites from my childhood is the BMW M1. I've always loved how the BMW does their racing stripes. But again, another beautiful kit from Revell Germany, and was a fairly decent price for being able to find it on the shelf there. And then after we went to Tony's, we popped over it was about a 20-minute drive over to these guys, Pegasus Hobbies. Let me move my finger there so you can see the phone number and everything. They do ship out of there, of course. And I had no idea. When I walked into the store, they didn't have their logo on stuff. They just called themselves Pegasus Hobbies and everything. I had no idea that these are the guys that actually do the wheel and tire stuff. Plus in-house model kit design for sci-fi and such. But yeah. They had a whole rack of wheels and tires, all different sizes, or I shouldn't say all different sizes. I mean, they come in basically two different sizes, the 19s and the 22s, I think it is. But all different shapes, I should say, styles. So I had to buy a model kit, so I decided on getting this guy, this little 1/72 Sopwith Camel. I had built this kit many, many years ago, and I did not do it justice, so I think my skills have improved to the point where I think I can get a 50-50 chance on that one now. And then I also found the Aerovet for just $20. Not a bad price at all. It's one of those, hey, this doesn't cost very much. It's here. Let's take it. And then another Tamiya, a Porsche. I love Boxsters. Say what you will about them. I'm a fan. It's one of the very few Porsches I can fit in, so I'm a one day type of thing. And then here is my Holy Grail kit. I love these little Subaru 360s. If I was to lay down alongside this little guy, I would actually be longer than this car is. I come in at 6'7". I think that thing comes in at like, what, 6'5". But another Holy Grail kit. So there we have it, folks. There's the spoils of our Styrene crawl through California. Thanks for watching all this far if you made it. We'll talk to you again later, and we'll do some other videos. Bye now.